Welcome back, students, in our this session. This is your assignment number 3, and in this assignment I'm going to teach you about the two other kingdoms from the kingdom system of classification, and that is kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. So here we start. This is the second kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista includes unicellular organisms having eukaryotic cell. Unicellular organisms means the one having the single cell. They are characterized by the following features. Now, some of the features of Kingdom Protista are: number 1, they are the acellular, that means they are unicellular eukaryotes. Second point, locomotory organelles may be pseudopodia, cilia, or flagella. These are few locomotory organs by which they can able to move from one place to other place. Number 3, various membrane-bound cell organelles are present. Number 4, the body may be covered by simple plasma membrane and the cell wall is absent in kingdom Protista. Fifth point, respiration and excretion takes place through the body surface by means of diffusion. So this respiration process and excretion process, they takes place through the body surface by the means of the process known as diffusion. Now some common example of protist are amoeba, paramecium and euglena. Now you can see in this picture there are the diagrams of amoeba, paramecium and euglena. Now in this you can see that this paramecium, they have a hair-like structure called cilia, and with the help of this they can able to move from one place to other place. And in amoeba also you can see the pseudopodia. In amoeba also you can see here that this pseudopodia is here present, and with the help of the pseudopodia they can able to move from one place to other place. Then in euglena we can see this tail-like structure, and this is known as flagellum, and with the help of this they can able to move from one place to other place. So these are the locomotory organs of these organelles. Now some of these organisms use appendages such as hair-like cilia, for example paramecium, or whip-like flagellum, for example euglena. Their mode of nutrition can be autotrophic. Example, unicellular algae such as chlorella, chlamydomonas, or heterotrophic, for example protozoans. So here are few examples of the unicellular, and the one having the autotrophic mode of nutrition and the one having the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now protists, they reproduce asexually by binary fission, multiple fission, or sporulation in favorable conditions. So they can reproduce by themselves by asexually and by the process of binary or multiple fission, as well as by the process of sporulation also, but they need some favorable conditions for their reproduction. Now in these organisms the single cell performs all the functions. Now in kingdom Protista there is only one cell, as I told you that they are unicellular, so that single cell they perform all the functions. For example, amoeba, single celled organisms take and digest food, respire, excrete, grow and reproduce with the help of only one cell. So here you can see the example of amoeba, and it is a unicellular organism, and it can take and digest the food, it can respire also, it can excrete, grow and reproduce with the help of only one cell. Now we come to the next kingdom, the third kingdom from the 5 kingdom system of classification, and that is kingdom Fungi. The kingdom fungi includes the eukaryotic multicellular organisms having absorptive mode of nutrition. It is characterized by the following features. So mainly in kingdom fungi, the eukaryotic and multicellular organisms are present and their mode of nutrition is absorptive. Now following features are there for kingdom fungi. Number 1, the body of fungus is filamentous and is called mycelium. The filaments are known as hyphae. Second point, the hyphae are either multicellular or multinucleate. Means hyphae, they may be multicellular, they may be contain many cells, or they may contain many nucleus. Third point is the cells are covered from outside by a cell wall made up of chitin or cellulose or both. Fourth is they do not contain chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is absent in kingdom fungi. Fifth point is they are heterotrophic and have absorptive mode of nutrition. So these kingdom fungi organisms, they are heterotrophic in nature and their mode of nutrition is absorptive. Sixth point is reproduction occurs by spore formation. For examples, few examples are there. Mucor, rhizopus, and this rhizopus is a very commonly known fungi, and it is known as bread mold. So you have seen that the bread, when they stale, they got a kind of a fungi on it, and that fungi is known as rhizopus. Then other examples are yeast, penicillium, aspergillus, and lichens. Now we see what are molds. Molds are multicellular fungi. They consist of a network of branching threads or hyphae called mycelium. Now if you have seen the molds, you have seen a network of branching threads. That kind of fungi is known as molds. They can be seen on stale bread, old pickles, and rotting fruits. Now we come to lichen. It is a symbiotic association of fungus and algae. Lichens grow as the slow-growing colored patches on rocks, bark of tree trunks, and even on ground. You might have seen that on the surface of the ground or on the surface of tree trunks there is a kind of a colored patches, and those colored patches are lichens. Now the fungus of lichens absorb water and mineral matter and supplies it to the algae. The algae in turn prepare food and supply it to the fungus. This is called symbiosis. This process of absorbing water and minerals and then converting it into the food material is known as symbiosis. Now we see few importance of fungi. Number 1, yeast is used in making bread, cakes, idli and dosa, etc. And yeast is rich in vitamin B. Second point, yeast is also used for commercial production of alcohol and wine by growing them on natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juices. Third point is some fungi such as mushrooms are directly used as food. Now fourth point is some medicines are prepared from fungi. Penicillin, this is an antibiotic and it is made from Penicillium notatum. Fifth point is they help in recycling of nutrients in the biosphere. So these are few importance of fungi. Now we see the harmful effects of fungi. Number 1, some fungi causes skin diseases, as you might have seen or might have heard about the name fungal infection. So some fungi are responsible for the cause of skin diseases also. Second point is they cause diseases in plants. For example, loose smut of wheat and potato blight. These are few fungal diseases that occurs in the plants. Then some of the fungi spoil food and hot clothes, shoes, wooden materials, books, etc. Now, few fungi are responsible for spoiling of food material as well as our clothes, our shoes, our wooden material, and books. Now, fourth one is type of fungus lives between the toes in humans and cause terrible itching. This cause a disease known as athlete's foot. So this disease is a kind of disease in which is a kind of a fungal disease in which there is an infection in between the toes of the humans and it causes very terrible itching. Now here you can see the different types of fungi. First one is mushroom. This fungi we use as a food in our food material. Then yeast, it is responsible for making the bread, cakes, right, idli and dosas. Then rhizopus, it is a kind of a bread mold. And penicillium, this fungi we use for making an antibiotic, and it is made from Penicillium notatum. So this is all about the two kingdoms, kingdom Protista and kingdom Fungi. Now in the next session I am going to teach you the remaining part of kingdom classification. Thank you.